Hey guys, my name is Sewage and welcome back to another City Skyline experiment video where today we're doing something pretty cool. I got a brand new mod installed and what it allows us to do is to edit any vehicle in the game. Whether it be a car, a truck, a plane, a train, a boat, we can change the speed of it and the capacity of it. And it's really made me think for a really good experiment today is basically how many people would we be able to transport with one subway metro train in the game? Now, what I want to try and do is build a huge city and have a metro line be the only way to get from the city of residents or the residential people to the commercial and the industry. And then we're going to edit using this brand new mod the subway train to have a large capacity. And I just want to see if we can possibly shift over 10,000 people in one go. I don't know whether it will be quite 10,000 people. I think we should try and start small and let's aim for 1,000 people on one train first and see where we go from there. But it's going to be quite exciting. So here we are then. I'm going to get the little map kind of all set up right now. And the mod is down here. It's called the Advanced Vehicle Options 1.8.2. Click on it. You can go through every vehicle in the game, whether it be a hatchback and like edit the speed. When it comes to like cargo stuff, if I go down a bit further, like a hearse, you can increase the capacity. If I go to the metro, I have two versions at the moment. This one has a capacity of 2,500 and this one is just our base general capacity. It has 30 people that can go in one block. So think of the train, it has all those kind of extra, what's the word for it? I'm trying to figure out what the word for it is. It has these blocks. I can't think of what the actual name for it is. The little segments to the train. Well, each one contains 30. I do have an additional mod that has 2,500. But let's, for the purpose of this, let's put it at 30 as well. And we're going to edit all this, change the speeds and whatnot, and do something pretty cool. So before we can play around with this and possibly get 1,000 people on one train, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to only allow one train on this whole route, and we're going to see how many people it can transport. So we need to set up a really, really good network for this then. So let's start up in the corner up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a big boy road that's going to be the center point for the kind of whole city that we're going to have set up. So we'll run this down to here. And then we'll bring it down a little bit further, let's say to there, and then run it all the way across. Now, it's quite a big experiment that we're going to be trying to go for, but it should be pretty fun. So we're going to have housing all the way along here, all the way down here as well, and we're going to run a subway line going through it, have loads of roads coming off it. We're going to build up a bulky residential area. So that's what we're going to do, and we can connect it down to here. But before we do all that, we kind of need to get all the roads set up. So what I'm pretty much going to do is bring this up by, let's go to 70. Can we get away with 70 on both sides? Let's see. If I go to 70 on this one, and then, for example, oh, let's get this aligned. Hold on. Let me see if I can upgrade it. There we go. So let's delete this again, because I don't want them to be able to go from here to there, cutting through a road, if that makes sense. So if I do a 60 there and a 60 there, it's perfect for this. That's solely just because, you know, I want them to get onto the subway stops. But we'll run this so far down, so let's go to, for example, here, and then cut that back in. And is that? No, that's not fully on there. That's not either. One more. There we go. So up to 60. Run this all the way along. This is going to be so cool. This is. So you kind of see the idea we're going with right now. Kind of fill all that residential on this side, and have a subway run all the way along it. As many stops as we pretty much want, because we're going to bulk up that train to hold as many people as possible as it passes down to like some industry and commercial down on this side. It's going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. So it's going to take a lot of work to get all this in. So I'm thinking, just for the purpose of it, making it like, you know, identical. We'll also have this side Go up to 60. Now, the thing we're going to be fighting with in just a moment is we do have money enabled on this one. We do have money enabled. So we're going to have to make sure that we do turn a profit as well. So I think I might have to do this in slight stages. So let me just get the basics all set up and running before we move on. So we now got to the point where we're slightly in debt. And this is how far I've got. I managed to get some water and sewage set up, as you can see. We've got this little area set up here where the residential is now being built and added in. We have connected it to the highway system too. So people will move in. And just to make sure that we are going to get a ton of money, we're going to set our kind of budget or our tax threshold there at 12% on residential. And hopefully we can turn this around and start making some money. So once we start making the money, then, you know, future expansions can occur. This is going to be so good, this experiment. I actually can't wait to get this up and running. So we'll accept the bailout then. So we have that little bit extra cash. Now, if I just kind of pause it, I have the option. If I spend $1 million on getting the Tesla Gigafactory, that provide everything we need, but we don't quite have that, so we're going to go for the next best option, which is our beautiful little garbage disposal slash production thingy-majig, booty, whatever you want to call it. We'll get that up and running, and obviously that's also going to take a while before it starts producing power, but I don't want to spend any more or anything like that until we get this all up and running. But as that does what it's got to do, we've got a few extra expansions we could do to try and get some extra money rolling in. Now when that starts turning a profit and going the opposite way, that's when I've got the green light to start building more roads. Now a few cars are now starting to head in as well. We're going to see a problem straight away. That kind of always happens, is making sure that everyone merges into the correct lane so we don't cause any issues just there. Should be good, but there's still going to be traffic issues. There's like a gazillion people moving in at once. Right, are we making profit? It's slowly starting to go up. So does that give me the green light to start building some roads? Maybe. It's a long way I've got to go to build these roads. I understand this, but I want to try and maximize, one, the amount of people moving into the city, and then two, the amount of people we could get on the subway. How amazing is that going to be? It's going to be freaking amazing. There's so many stops there. No one's going to like that. No one's going to like that at all. But when I start to turn a profit, I'll try and keep the city balanced, keep it going with all its needs and stuff like that. But it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this goes. So now it's turning a profit. People are moving in. I think this could slowly start to work. It's now got power. So this money should just go skyrocketing. But I've got a long way to go to get all these roads in. I managed to do one side of it. Like, I don't think I'll even get to this point because we're already at 100,000 residents. And it's got a lot of problems that I'm trying to solve over time to make sure they stay there. But while it kind of sorts itself out, because we do have the general, like, death care and, like, you know, hospital buildings down and all that kind of good stuff, it just takes time for it to kind of all solve and sort itself out. There is still a huge backlog of vehicles trying to enter. But for now, I think it's time we work on our small little industrial and commercial zone for now, which would be pretty cool. So we need to get the roads for these set up too. Now we're going to pretty much do one side commercial, one side industrial. And I found a cool little way in which I can do the roads so much more quicker. If I do this little pattern, this little wiggly pattern here. Oh, I went too far. And do it like 10 per 10, if that makes sense. You kind of get then the perfect kind of pattern that you need. And if I do it like this all the way up, so it looks a bit weird, but then I can just go boom. Oh, I think one of them fell a little bit too short. Hold on, I think one of them fell too short. I'm not sure which one it would have been. Right, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. That seems, unless this whole thing's just, oh no, I think it was the very last one. But you can see how the pattern now works. We'll do the one side to begin with, and we'll do all industrial. Again, we're still trying to move people in, so that's still taking some time. And then we just get rid of all these little cross paths now. We don't have any water in here just yet. So let's set this square up as quick as we can. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't really have the power either. Again, we'll get that set up eventually. But, boom, industrial. Maybe it's this. Hold on, if I pause this quickly. Maybe it's this road being slightly off. Like this one here. Yeah, I think it could be. Right, we're not going to cry about it. I might have a little tear later, but it's okay for now. Okay, let's get one of these down. Get some type of garbage disposal going around too. Now, industrial will get all up and running. The industrial now will all get up and running. They'll complain about not having enough power to begin with straight away, because we've got one little solar panel car park thing there, but we'll see how it goes. We need to build up enough money in the bank to build the subway system of our dreams. We're going to need now new water and sewage outlets. So I'll just continue it going up anyway. So water, some additional water there. We're using this for sewage over here. Can we continue this as well? I'll place it on this side. We'll do 2 more. Okay, that's all set up. And yeah, I think it's time to start thinking about sewage. Now, these are going to get the garbage. When they eventually get it, it'll start producing power. We'll set up later anyway. But yeah. What is the issues now? It looks like the issues have been solved. It's just a little bit of policing issues right now that I'm seeing, but it's all okay. It's all okay. So, subway, metro. Here we go. We'll use these ones. These ones are 15,000 versus that it's 27,000. So we'll just go with these ones for now. And every so often, we'll place one down like this. I want to maximize the amount of people who are coming onto these. There's a fire station and police station just there, so I'll drop this one there. So I want them quite often to maximize, because you got to think, right, like the radius around each one. I want them to like crisscross over each other, so we really can maximize who is coming on these subways on the metro system. And then we'll do the last one just here. There we go. And then we'll have some over here then. So we'll start with one. We'll do it on this side. We'll do it there. We'll have the next one. Okay, why can't I put it there? Apparently space already occupied. One there and there. Bit close, but I don't mind it, because we're going to have very, very high capacity train, so to speak. And now we're out of money. So we've used all our money now then, so we just kind of hold up. Whoa, this got burnt down big time. This got burnt down big time, the plant thing. That's okay. We'll drop another one down. And we do need some fire coverage over here. So little one there. We'll do some police. We can't even afford policing. Can I afford any loans? I know we paid one back. I'll get the second one up and running just so I got the money now. Policing. Is that the right one? That's fire. Yeah, policing here. Drop you down. There we go. And I've got the power too, so we'll all be rocking and rolling right now. I just realised something too. I did the lane dictation on these. No one can turn right. So we set that up to turn right as well. All 3 of them. So we should flow a lot more smoother. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. That side's pretty much all set up and running. Again, we're waiting for the money to build up before we can do all the subway tunnels. So until then, we'll get the commercial side up and running. So there's you know, another draw to this area with the subways. Wow, that was completely squiff. Alright, let's get all this up and running. Last one. There we go. So commercial now, drop it all in. There we go. Add a little extra to this area. And now let's get the rest of the tunnels in them. So let's see how far I can take this up to now then. So 29,000. I should be able to do all of them now with this. And again, we're going to go only with one train on this whole network grid. which will be interesting. So lots of stops. That's kind of what we want. And let's set this up then. So we're going to have a huge amount of people waiting at each station. But because we're going to have such a high capacity on the train in each kind of passenger cargo thingy, I forget what it's called. If anyone can let me know what it's called in the comment section, that'll be a great help, because I feel so stupid right now. Right, there we go. Boom. 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 Right, people are already waiting. That's hilarious. Right, so that's up and running then. We've already got one vehicle on it. Oh no, 3 vehicles. Okay, right. Hold up. Change it to 1 vehicle. Where is that vehicle? There is that vehicle. So we'll give it time. We'll give it time to do what it's got to do. You can see each station there's like 200, 300. Some of them gone to the 400 people waiting right now. We'll just give it time before we, you know, do what we want to do to it. And then we'll just see how things are going, because we're still waiting for more people. We're still waiting for people to actually move into the city, which is crazy if you think about it. And we've actually got it set up now where they can't also... Oh, yeah, they can turn, sorry. They can turn. Okay. If I change that to where... I'm going to pause it quickly right now, where you can only go that one way. And then have it early on, where you can switch lanes. So everyone can get into their right lane they need to be in. Should make some form of sense. Yep. So everyone should be moving anyway, going in the right lanes and right directions. Okay then, so that's pretty much all set up then. We've got this area kind of ish set up. We do have the police headquarters here, which will get rid of the crime over time. People are ill, people are sick, people are all over the place right now, so let's see what we can do. So there's still more crime. We've got 2 big police towers in. Let's get a 3rd one in the middle. And then hospitals. We only have 2 hospitals, so I can afford to place 1 there, and we do 1 there, and then that's pretty much all my money run out again. So now we know where we stand. How much? Let's see. How much, right, is this network costing us? So it costs us 4,000 in expenses for the public transport system. Now we're not making a lot because it's got a long way to go. People getting on here, you know, got to go all the way down to here and then empty and come back. So it's a big vicious circle. We got to get up and running and underway. So let's bring up our network then. So here it is. It has 26 stops. There is so many people waiting at some of them right now, as you can see. And yeah, you can only hold 30 people. So that's the interesting part. That's the interesting part. Let's go to now edit the vehicles, which I take it it's using all of this one. Where is it now? It's down here. I'll wait for it to come back around. Is it going to come back around, or did it go the opposite way? Yeah, here. So let's pull it into play mode. Let's edit. So if I chose it to be 50 and press enter, is it that one I've edited? Or is it using this one? Let me edit this one. It could be this one. 50. Yes. Okay, it's gone up to 50. Right. Interesting. So now if I edit it to be 1,000, it can store 1,000 people. But we're going to go be above and beyond that. Let's go to, let's say 100,000 people it can hold on a train, which kind of seems now ridiculous. So if I go to view it, which it's here, and it's only one thingy. I forget what it's freaking called, man. Ah, it's annoying me. It's only 1 train. You know what I mean? 1 thing. I cannot think of what the thing is called in my head. I'm sure it'll pop up it somewhere. You're probably screaming at me in the comment section right now while it is. So let's increase the speed. Let's say you can go to 2,500. We'll put the acceleration to 10 and the braking to 20. So it is a lot faster. So let's see. Let's see now then where it is. The vehicle. So here it is. Just tooting along. You can have 1,000 people in it at one time. So pretty much every station it gets to. It's just going to pick everybody up. That is literally what it's going to do. Now the thing is, it does what it's got to do. Perfect, fine. Killing the game right now. But this is to the point where, again, we just suck everybody up right now. It comes in. Picks everyone up. Now that's great. But it's going to take a while for like these guys on the opposite side of the station there to be picked up. It's going to take a while for them to be picked up because obviously it's got a long journey to go and to do. So this is going to be amazing when we see it. Let's fast forward. You know when we see it get to one of the commercial or industrial areas when it lets everybody off in one go? That's going to be quite fun to see, isn't it? Everyone just like disappear off it. So here we go. We're going to kind of view it right now. I might add in an extra few vehicles on the tracks just because there's going to be so much of a backup and a build-up. Right, you ready to see everyone get off at this one? Right, the game is literally slowed down so dramatically because the amount of people are now just getting off. So if you get out of this, look at the crowd. Look at the freaking crowd right now. Oh my goodness me. That was kind of crazy. But it does its job. Did it calculate that? The amount of people? Okay, it's slowly going up. That was ridiculous, the amount of people that just got off that then. Ooh, boy. Right, we've now stabilised the amount of traffic coming in, so there's not that much traffic coming in right now, and hopefully everybody will use the subway system. So let's see if we could add some form of just try and get this whole place under wraps with the policing and the crime and the whatnot. Because it is a bit mental, isn't it? It is a bit mental. But that's ridiculous, the amount of people that just got off that. Oh my goodness me. Right, so we've still got loads of people waiting. Where's the vehicle now? Here it is. So with 10,000 people on it, you can see just now. Oh, I've missed it. Let's get rid of that. Can I move this or not? Everyone just gets on. There's like no messing about. Everyone literally just gets onto it. So this will be the first time where it goes round now and does one full loop with everyone on. So a few people get off, a few people get on. Nothing crazy. It's when it turns around and goes back the opposite way. And it picks everybody up. This single carriage! Oh my goodness me! I just thought the word like 40 minutes later, 30 minutes later, carriage. Damn fool! Right, anyway guys, the carriage is now moving along and it's going to pick everyone up. Everybody who wants to go to that commercial and industrial area, it's going to pick them up. It's going to bring so many shoppers and workers to that area in one go. This is going to be mental. Right, off it goes, chugging along. Right, I want to get a nice little screenshot as well of all those people coming out of that station at one time. Because you see how slow it ran the game and how much it kind of lagged out? Oh, there's a big bulk of people getting on here. Ooh, man! That's crazy. Right, where are we on the line now? Okay, we're up to here. 100,000 people can possibly get onto this train. Another 160 is picking up. Damn, boy. Right. When it gets to that station, we are pausing. We're going to see the amount of people get off it. It's going to be mental. You ready for this? Are you ready? Right. Pause. Let's get rid of these views a second. Right. Everyone. Let me go into free camera mode. Everyone is... Oh, okay. Do you see all just slow down? The people start walking really slowly. This is because they're all now coming off. Oh my goodness me. There is so many people. Let's just pause that. That is ridiculous. The amount of people that just got off that. That is a lot of people, isn't it? That is low-key a lot of people. Oh my goodness me. And then you all get... I don't know where they're going, but they're all going somewhere. They're all going somewhere. Right. Let's take this to the next stage then. We increase it. We can drop offices down. So let's put some offices along here. So we're just giving more places for workers. We'll do a bit more of a commercial zone. More commercially stuff. Give more reason for more people to get into this area. Just trying to attract more people, and that would be a cool thing to do. We've bulked up a little bit more right now. This area, as you can kind of now see it. So more peeps should be on the way. Here comes the train. Oh, hold on, I don't want to be in fast forward mode. You ready? Wait till you see the people start moving slowly. Oh, there we go. They're moving in slow motion style right now, which can only mean one thing. Everybody is now walking out. Freaking look at them all. Look at them all right now. That is just ridiculous to the highest level. That is low-key so ridiculous. There's more. There is so many freaking more. Is that not ridiculous or what? It's like hundreds and thousands of people right now. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay, so I feel like we've got it to a good level now. Lots of people are coming. So let's change this route. Let's change this metro route to a point where there is now, let's say, 15 trains? That seems a lot. Now, I don't know whether all of them are going to be that single carriage train. So we'll kind of look out for that. So 300. So not all of them are the single carriage train. So let's edit the other one to be... Let's edit this one to be 1,000. No, 10,000. Because it has multiple carriages if it uses the default model. So that, when it comes to it, or comes down to it, see, it's got 60,000 can go into that train, which is pretty good. And that's really cool to see. Let me fast forward that then. Because that means now more trains are going to be going past more often. So it could pick everybody up at once. Now it would be interesting seeing then what our total amount of people going to the subway system is going to be at that point. Should be pretty interesting to see. Now, do you think this is built up enough? I think it is. You could always do with more, but I think it is. What if we place the park down? That might be a good option to bring more people, placing a park down. So let's go for a zoning for that. Park zoning. And where's the station on this? It's just there. There's one just there. So we'll kind of use this area here to become a park. So we'll just make it a general city park. Entrance can go just there. That's fine. Oop, there we go. We'll use some path to bring this park to life. Make it entertaining. Just drop some stuff down, some random stuff, just to make it like somewhat borderline entertaining to enter into. Gazebos for days, boys. So they walk around all the paths. And how far do we take those paths? We do need to get a little bit of water in there anyway. Right, is anyone entering it yet? So, 1 or 2 people are entering now. I'm just hoping this is more of a draw for people to use the subway systems at this point. There we go, let's move that one there. We'll charge top dollar, just because. So, okay, a train's just come, a subway's, a load of people now getting off. I don't know whether they're all going to go straight to the park. I don't know whether these people got onto the subway hoping to go to the park, but some of them are coming to here anyway. So we'll wait for a few extra trains to come through before we see what's going down with that. So let it simulate for a little while. Has it all got enough healthcare? What's that healthcare like? Still got a lot of sick people. Let's place a load more of these down, seeing as we've got a ton of cash money moolah right now. And hopefully that should solve it. Death care is good. Fire is not good. Let me place one up here too. Oh, not enough money. Okay, we kind of run out of money, but that's fine. It should be all good then. We'll kind of see how things go now. We're making 20,000. The park is booming. Another train just stopped off and everyone's now walking in various directions. I wonder if this load of people right here now is going to go straight to the park. They're all waiting to cross the road as if they're going to. There's a bunch over here as well. Wow, all of those just entered at one time. That's got to be big bucks for the park, right? It's got to be. All those entering at once? That's got to be some sweet cash money moolah when it eventually updates. That should make it a tidy profit. Look, 27,000 income. From having that huge chunk of people just enter. There's now another huge chunk of people entering too. Wow, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So now with everybody dying in the city, if it's not one thing, it's something else. This has been a huge success. If you got to view the transport now, even though it says only 3,600 a week, we all know it's a lot more than that. We physically know it's freaking a lot more than that. It's just down to the amount of stops. Because a couple of weeks pass before a train finishes its entirety of its whole route. But damn, is it moving so many people. This has saved 88% of car trips. So only 12% of residents are using the car, which is pretty cool. I can't believe how well it's really done. It's 17 kilometers in the length of this metro whole station. But it's been a huge success, guys. A huge success. I think we're going to end it here then. So this experiment with upgrading the subway system is killer. It's amazing. I mean, it brought so many people to the park. It made like instantly from like 1,000 to 20,000. Got a lot of issues here with people crossing the road and cars trying to turn in. It's not great. It's not the best option. But what can you do about it? There's another bulk of people just coming off the trains too. This is amazing. So many freaking people at once. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this fun little experiment. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.